There is never a dull day when it comes to North Korea. The more controversial American politics becomes, the nuttier it seems the Kim regime gets. Just this past Friday, the North Korean government tested an intercontinental ballistic missile. Kim Jong-un, who is the leader of North Korea, reportedly tried to attack large American cities. In response, China, Japan, the United States, and South Korea have unanimously denounced the North Korean government, even though China and North Korea are close allies. Officials from Japan, the United States, and South Korea have all analyzed the missile launch that took place near Mupyeong-ni. This location is specifically near the North Korean and Chinese border. The missile is reported to have flown for approximately 45 minutes and traveled an estimated 2,300 miles high and 620 miles in distance. Officials have indicated that had the missile been fired from a flatter and more standard trajectory, that it likely could have hit various U.S. cities like Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California, inching itself closer and closer to the east. It was missile expert David Wright who said that it might have even been able to hit New York City, New York, and Boston, Massachusetts. Despite their ability to determine how far the missile could have gone, there is some information they don't have more complete access to, such as how heavy the payload of the missile is, because the heavier the payload, the shorter the range of the missile. CNN reported the following on the incident: North Korea tested an intercontinental ballistic missile Friday that appears to have the range to hit major U.S. cities, experts say, and prompted a fresh round of condemnation from the United States, China, Japan, and South Korea. A combination of U.S., South Korean and Japanese analyses of the launch from Mupyeong-ni, near North Korea's border with China, shows the missile flew about 45 minutes, going 3,700 kilometers, 2,300 miles, high, and for a distance of 1,000 kilometers, 621 miles. If the missile were fired on a flatter, standard trajectory, it would have major U.S. cities such as Los Angeles, Denver, and Chicago well within its range, with the possible ability to reach as far as New York and Boston, according to David Wright, a missile expert at the Union of Concerned Scientists. However, early analysis of Friday's test cannot determine how heavy a payload the missile was carrying in its warhead. Wright said, "The heavier the payload, the shorter the range." South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said they estimate the missile tested Friday is more advanced than one launched earlier this month based on the range it traveled. Experts had said that test showed Pyongyang had the ability to hit Alaska. President Donald Trump condemned the missile launch and said the United States would act to ensure its security. While President Trump released a written statement concerning the issue saying, "Threatening the world, these weapons and tests further isolate North Korea, weaken its economy and deprive its people. The United States will take all necessary steps to ensure the security of the American homeland and protect our allies in the region." It was the Korean Central News Agency who had indicated today that the missile they tested was the same kind they had earlier this month, Asong-14. The news agency maintained the purpose of the missile test was to show the world the North Koreans' intercontinental ballistic missile capability, specifically their range. They also threatened the United States and called the test a grave warning. Perhaps they should see Hiroshima and Nagasaki to see how well America takes to threats. CNN also reported the following concerning North Korean state-sponsored propaganda. North Korean state media was quick to tout the missile test as a success, with video and stills showing leader Kim Jong-un overseeing the launch and celebrating with the troops involved. North Koreans hailed the test firing, the news agency said. Kim Yoo-sol, a researcher at the State Academy of Sciences, called the achievement another great victory which dealt a heavy blow to the U.S. imperialists and its vassal forces. Jo Sun-hyang, a resident of Pyongyang's Rangnam district, said the future of the country is bright now that it has a powerful sword for keeping peace. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Geng Shuang made the following statement after their allies' ballistic missile test. The UN Security Council has clear regulations on North Korea's launch activities that use ballistic missile technologies. China is opposed to North Korea's launch activities in violation of UN Security Council resolutions and against the will of the international community. United States Secretary of State Rex Tillerson called on China to do more than providing a simple statement of criticism. As the principal economic enablers of North Korea's nuclear weapon and ballistic missile development program, China and Russia bear unique and special responsibility for this growing threat to regional and global stability. North Korea is like a petulant child trying to test the waters to see what they can get away with. Except this isn't the playground, this is reality, and a nuclear war is at stake. Thank God we have a president like Donald Trump who will no doubt take the necessary nuclear and military actions to protect us Americans should something serious happen. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.